is 40-5.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's Darryl.
Yourselves at all times, touch gloves, and now let's get to it.
Tall, lean.
That's the one thing people wonder. And against Paez, and if I'm not mistaken, Paez, and staying, that was the right strategy, and yet he
to get off first, come out in a hurry, and really put it and had the mandatory. And Narcisco Valenzuela fell out because of De La Hoya. Aside from all that, excuse me, he told me that anybody, why can't I just go ahead and prove it? And he's very confident about a victory here from stepping in here to tangle with Tyson, though Tyson is a crafty.
With the business of boxing figures into a fight or with Oscar De La Hoya, and maybe they're feeling, Tom, excuse me, that Tyson is not a big puncher and won't knock him out.
Tune-up, it is in the full sense of the word, a better tune-up than anything you could find.
Is around to figure out Ruelas. There's that need that same punch in his head. That punch is going to start landing for you. Well, there it is. And because Tyson ducks down when he gets away from the right, and that's where you hit him.
Tyson has been in with some awfully good fighters.
Oh,
Terrence Ali, and he also went in Jimmy Paul when Paul was a lightweight champion.
Beat Lupe Suarez. He lost the championship bid to Jimmy Paul back in 8. Been in against the very, very best. There is the left uppercut, just missing, and the right hand came behind it. Ruelas is really starting to pick up the beat here in terms of what can land against Tyson. And Darryl Tyson, I think, not. And this is will do it.
As we've mentioned, and as a title chance, always a busted up hand, a cut over the eye, an injury, a loss, all of that could sidetrack Santa Barbara, our leader. But as I said earlier, he said, listen, if I'm #1, I'll prove it to anybody and everyone take care of Tyson.
Now there is...
Oh, Tyson hit him a good shot with the right.
And Tyson, but in the process took a right hand from Darryl.
Tyson is knocked out 20. In the odds, Al Bernstein was the biggest and dropped. Strange as it sounds.
I want Darryl Tyson to throw the right hand more. There's a good jab. We're going to see, I think, as Ruelas tried to right, and in fact, that's probably...
Rafael Ruelas, #1 ranked lightweight in the world in white. He's the taller of the two men by 4 inches.
Paez did. A shorter fighter who, until later in the fight when he started. Now, it's left uppercuts to the head for Ruelas. He has got to shelve that straight right hand for a little while. That's appropriate advice.
Career of Rafael side of the head. He may be 30.
There was a big left hook to the counter over, and I think you'll agree, he still has very quick hands for a 32-year-old.
No question about it. And it's obvious that he's in condition and ready to go. In fact, I asked Dave Gorman. Came out of it in fine shape. He's in great shape, so there's no reason for him not to take this fight.
Yeah, it's rare that he's know what Darryl Tyson's doing in this round, using his jab effectively. Will not be won by Ruelas with his right hand, and there's an example. And I'll tell you right now, it's uppercuts. Going to be looking to counter. Darryl Tyson, a very, very smart boxer, always has been.
You're always doing something.
Well, here as we move back in the last show, a very good man. Nice man, started out with Donald Curry, said lots of good fighters, Gene Hatchett. Now there's the hook. See, you know, he's slipping away from that right hand, throw that hook. Rafael, 12 years old, he's been being trained by Joe Goosen as an air communication between each other, obviously excellent in between. Look at him. See, look what those double left hooks over Joe Goosen to make that point. He's doing that.
And he's got a brother, Gabe, who's a pretty good fighter in his own right. He had a big go with Azuma Nelson down in Mexico City, didn't he?
He is #1 among junior, and they are two young men who I always think, and they're very close to being that. Those hooks and those uppercuts are starting to make a difference. Good right by Tyson.
And another one.
That hurt him.
And we'll find out how good Ruelas' jaw is. Paez really gave it a test. He weathered that storm as he closed with Ruelas above us.
Now, there's a price to... But I think he should...
Despite the fact that he's a very fine fighter, and obviously...
Quick on his feet.
has had one loss, that one to Mario Gutierrez, when he was knocked down in the second round by a knockout.
Just lost track of the count. Both of them did. He ended up getting knocked outside that they want from him. Those hooks to the body and the head by Ruelas are excellent. But see, this is why Tyson, who is so clever and so quick, will hang in there on the inside and throw good combinations himself. Round 4, mark it in your books, this guy.
Who was that masked man? Number 32, Mr.
Example of the misses that get.
Ruelas in white, trimmed with the American and Mexican. Were born in Mexico, but they were, youngsters, 6, 7 years of age.
This has turned. Oh my!
Right hand by Tyson and another. He's got Ruelas in the corner. Going to have to fight his way out of this.
But Ruelas has come back from this kind of adversity before. And look at him throw those uppercuts. Boy, Tyson doing a great job of covering up, but also Ruelas counterpunching well.
Boy, this is what the fans came to see.
Rafael needs to get out of that corner, and Tyson won't let him get out.
Rafael Ruelas taking some solid shots, and now he's got...
You know what's ironic? Early in the bout, Ruelas wanted to counterpunch off the rope. This time he was forced to, and look how it's working for him. He's landed more punches than Tyson now.
He has indeed. Started out badly for him, and Dab again has Ruelas on the ropes.
I gotta tell you something. Tonight's one of those nights where we're not even halfway through. You plunked on your money, folks. You're getting your money's worth tonight.
No question about it. It does indeed.
And it forces him to come back. And he shows it here. And against the guy in Darryl Tyson, who's so stiff.
That right hand by Tyson, the glove up there to protect his chin, and he keeps...
Remember of last year, round 5, one of the better rounds. Darryl Tyson landed this right hand right to the jaw of Ruelas. But then Ruelas, when he was against the rope, started landing those hooks, those uppercuts, and he started getting things at the end, again against the ropes. Darryl Tyson was able to land a couple of shots.
And each has had his moment, or moments. Tyson in blue, forcing as he backs him into the corner, and now the left hand, the uppercut. Ruelas, in turn, scoring back, hopping away at Tyson.
You think it's us, Tom? You think they put on these exciting fights just when we get together? They're good fights to call. Now, there is the right hand from Ruelas. And why is that? And only a couple of weeks in Stone Bramble. So, is this too much for him at 30?
Repeatedly here in this last 10 or 15 seconds. That left hand very busy. In case you've just joined us, and we certainly hope that's not the case, that you've been...
De La Hoya sounded like a man that thought they could get around that mandatory title defense.
I think that might have been the fact that I don't think Oscar...
He was supposed to fight Baez and Pendleton anyway, the winner of that. But right now, Rafael Ruelas is trying to make sure he's the winner of that fight.
Well, that left hand, as you pointed out to our viewers, has certainly been...
Against a fighter like this with the straight right. If it's so, the weapon here for him, that hook, works here, but against Freddie Pendleton, it would have... The countering is important over that left, but he did do it there. He seems to get stunned in all his fights, but he doesn't.
Interesting, saying only you can lose it, and the other guys in the corner saying, give me 110%.
You know, we heard the flashes of Joe Cousineau say, there's the hook from Ruelas, saying you hurt Tyson with a left hook taps during the fight, and part of it is Joe.
It's a great rapport between...
I have to say, on the other side, it's been a very interesting for the final onslaught. And because of that, Ruelas hammered with waiting to throw that in there. This might be even a small lull.
Line for a title shot.
Well, you know what happened in that round, which means don't leave your left hand laying out. I mean, no, very few cornermen are going to give advice that way in the middle of a fight the way Joe boxing experience with Michael Nunn won. I listened to hundreds of trainers.
This is round 8. Neither man has been down. Each has had
There's that hook right underneath. That one, and that one I think may have stunned Tyson a little bit. Left uppercut, half left uppercut hook. And what Goosen told him. And by putting, still isn't getting hit with that right hand because his left is keeping Tyson busy.
Right above us now on the set of Ruelas, and Tyson has had
Darryl Tyson at this point in this fight, and it's what he's for a lazy jab or hook by Ruelas.
Tyson is in the blue.
But as you can see, Tyson has not been able to get that right hand.
10, and we've had out here in round number 9, right above us. Ruelas trying to make that left hand very effective as a weapon. And he's doing quite well above us here in the corner.
And you get a good view from our camera of that work on the inside by Rafael Ruelas. And those left hook and his left uppercut. And there's an example. When he throws it a
couple of weeks ago, Al, they don't really get the full import of that shot to the liver. It can be as devastating as any punch ever thrown or landed.
It really can. There's almost, and this young man, Ruelas, has that capability. If there's one, be the left hook. A big, tall fighter that has a real good right hand, most important punch to time. I think Darryl Tyson is just tired. It's that simple.
I don't think there's any question about it.
He fought a very good left right now. Darryl Tyson has had a career.
Not very many. Pretty good right hand thrown by Ruelas. Back Tyson up.
Here is where Ruelas finally is able to get, maybe in the later rounds, that right hand would get there. More tired and his hands are lower.
Whatever Tyson's got left, he's going to put it out of the table here in this round.
Yes, and you know why? Because he is a good, tough veteran who wants to win. And boy, look at him. He threw a good right hand.
Didn't he ever?
Now, this is the round in which, if I'm Rafael Ruelas, I might use my height and my reach to keep the guy off. Although, because he doesn't have tremendous lateral movement, he's maybe safer in a way. Look at those hooks.
Banging away with that left hand. He's not taking anything in the way of a backward going all out. Goosen, in between rounds here, said he's going to throw that left out there and keep coming after him.
Now, that also is good corner work, is going to try to land. Give Darryl 9 rounds. But he still wants this. Oh, that
nice combination by 19 very Pendleton and Paez will be knacks of stone. The gold medalist certainly has.
You know,
closing minute of the 10th round. Should Ruelas prevail on the judges' cards, and Tyson is going all out trying to turn this around. He's got Ruelas. You know, he and Paez at the Forum, Al Bernstein, drew 8,000. They drew 10.
Again, that was one of the more exciting
fight came out from Paez, but I don't know about that.
Oh, what a great round.
Yeah, what a great round indeed. They hammered each other. Well, a unanimous decision, as you heard. Rafael